Hello everybody, and thank you for watching today's video. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to do so. A lot of teachers aspiring to go to the US to teach ask this question, and I understand that because this will decide whether it's really worth it to go to the US to teach. You know, the question is whether there's still going to be some take-home pay after all the deductions. So, may matitira pa ba sa sweldo? Before we jump right into whether you will still have some take-home money in your pocket after all the deductions each month, whether you will still have some money to send back to the Philippines, I want to go over some premises here. Just to be clear, all of the computations are based on the following. Oh, and by the way, at some point you may want to pause the video and take a screenshot because I will be posting some of the notes that I made for this topic just to make sure that I'm not forgetting any details. So make sure to prepare for that. But you know, this is YouTube. You can always go back to any parts of the video and take the screenshot. So here are the premises. The visa is J1, not H1B. The two visas are entirely different, so computations will be different. And my experience is as J1 visa, so obviously I chose that. And then it's based on one person only, just the J1 teacher coming to the US, so no dependent or J2 at all. And then the salary is entry level, meaning that there's no master's degree counted and that the teacher came to the US with a minimum relevant teaching requirement, which is 2 years. So obviously every year that you have on your teaching experience will add something to your salary, but 2 years is not much. So I have decided for simplicity of our computations to just use the entry-level salary. And another premise is that the teacher is on his or her first year as a J1 visa teacher in the US because there are some tax rules that are applicable to J1 visa holders, not just teachers. So according to the treaty, for the first 2 years, J1 visa holders are tax exempt. So although your monthly salary will show that you are being deducted tax, it will be refunded to you 100% during the tax season. And the list of prices is based on Florida prices because that was where I taught for 5 years. So also I have some friends who are still there, so I was able to ask them about some prices. Oh yeah, let me scoot over to this side because I want space here. This is where I'm going to post the notes that I made, so it's time to pay attention. So again, this first note you are seeing is based on, again, just one teacher, no J2 dependent. The teacher is on a J1 visa in Florida. And I don't know if I mentioned already, I forgot. The teacher is on his or her first year. And this teacher does not have any housemate and also did not pay any placement fee, meaning the teacher did not go through agencies that ask for placement fee. Now you will understand after this video why I am highly encouraging teachers to do the DIY, like search for direct hiring first, look for visa sponsors first, and or you know, check Google and search for districts that sponsor visa, so you don't have to pay placement fee. I may not be able to mention everything because at this point when I'm recording the video, I don't have the list in front of me. So, but the list should have the rent. That's the average rent. By the way, all of these computations are based on average prices or amount in Florida 2022. Okay, so rent is that much. I should also have their car lease for 36 months, so 36 months is 3 years, just in case you don't extend. So again, for simplicity of computations, but you can extend the lease. And the car you're leasing is Jetta Volkswagen. That's a commonly leased car among my friends, so that's what I used. There should also be car insurance there, electricity, water, and disposal. The rules for paying electricity, water and disposal, differs from, or varies from one apartment complex to the other. Some would already have that included in the rent. So like in my last apartment, we don't pay for water and disposal, it's part of the rent. But electricity is always separate. There should also be, obviously groceries, and then phone. The list assumes that you already have a phone, the device. This is just for the prepaid. I use Verizon. There are other network there, and the prices could be different, but if you use Verizon, for a $40 load, again, it's prepaid. You will pay $43 because the $3 will be the charge. Also, you have the internet for your home. As for the prepaid load, there's also a lower plan, like $35. There are also much more expensive plans, but that's the plan I was using, $40. I have here also gas. The price for this gas, I have adjusted it based on the information I got from my friend who's also driving Jetta. That's why she's the one I asked. But she said if she's not carpooling, because she does not really go out a lot, she actually spends $42 for 2 weeks. But if not, it's kind of like $42 a week, something like that. So it really depends on how often you drive and how far you drive. But on the average, actually for Florida, average is higher than this one that I have here. So, but this is the adjusted one that I have. So assuming you are spending $120 on gas each month, I have there your J1 insurance, which is required. So yeah, so that the total is $2,895. All right, let's see how much you will have left after deducting this monthly expense from your monthly salary, which is $4,750. This is how much you have left. If you came to the US by yourself, you are on your first year, you don't share the apartment with somebody, so no housemate, but you also did not pay any placement fee, so you're not paying for it because it will be salary deduction for you. All right, so far as you can see, the highest expense will be the rent. So what if you have a housemate? So this note is going to show you just the computation already. So I have some notes here that says, obviously there are some expenses that will be halved if you have a housemate, like the rent. Obviously it will be halved. Exactly, each of you will pay half of the rent. Also, the home internet will be divided by 2. I decided to keep the electricity, the water, disposal expenses the same. Since you have new housemate, if you have a housemate, obviously the consumption will increase. There will be some, changes in the price, but for simplicity, let us assume that, we're keeping these expenses the same as when you were not with any housemate. Okay, so other expenses will be kept constant also, like your personal expenses for your own phone, for your car, for your own insurance. So this is how much you will have left if there is no placement fee and that you have a housemate. So that is why it is important to look for a housemate when you go there. So hopefully you are lucky to find someone that is not going to be annoying or will be giving you a headache, because it's really important that when you get home you'll be relaxed, you will not be fighting with anybody, right? So yeah. Also imagine if you took your family with you, it might be difficult to find housemates. So since the rent here is based on 1 bedroom and 1 bath, if you took your family with you and you still want to have some housemates or housemate, then you have to get a bigger apartment, like 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. among all of my notes, this one is the saddest one to see. Look at how much money will be left on your pocket if you have a placement fee to settle and you are unable to find a housemate. By the way, the placement fee computation that will be deducted from your salary is assumed to be deductible for a year only. Remember, all of those computations, they do not include other expenses like taxes, also remittances to the Philippines. What if you have other loans, like if you loaned your airfare, of course you have to take care of that too. You loaned your show money. What if you also have monthly obligations for your house and lot in the Philippines? Suppose you are also paying for your car or whatever. So imagine how much will be left on your salary. So that is why you have to be wise in making decisions. If you are not financially ready, then maybe you can prepare for a year or two and then you apply for your visa. I hope this vlog has helped you in some ways, and if you have not subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.